Hive wanted a return to war on the moon. They built a lunar fortress to back their assault. A grand stage to announce their revival. You climbed that Scarlet Citadel, and the Hive met you head-on. You buried them. But we found more than Hive on the moon. The Dark has reached out. We have no choice but to reach back.
The day we've been dreading has finally arrived. The darkness is here. We need boots on the ground on Io. Recon. There's a pyramid. It's already disabled Rasputin. I'd lean on Eris's expertise, but we haven't been able to reach her. We both know what that means. Eris is our best chance at understanding what we're up against. I need her at the tower. She's too valuable an asset to... Find her, Guardian. Bring her home.
Eris Morn, a guardian without a ghost. I wonder how that must feel. Hollow. Unnatural. When I look at that ship. Eris, can you hear us? Eris. Nothing. Zavala, come in.
Any sign?
My signals are being suppressed. I can't even summon a sparrow.
What do you see?
The pyramid. It's... oppressive. Like a storm building.
Then be quick. Get out ahead of it.
Understood.
You bring weapons. You will not need them. We offer only truth. We will...
Something pulled us out of the beam. What's happening? What is this place? We're back on Io. Close to the cradle. I'm getting faint readings from Eris now. Let's keep moving. The air down here is choked with strange communications. I don't know if I can...
Is that you, Guardian?
You're needed back at the tower. Zavala sent us.
Of course he did. I'm moving toward the cradle. It calls to me.
It? What is it?
The hive are frenzied. Through them, we must...
Zavala, did you catch that? This interference. I can't triangulate a point of origin. Keep going. Maybe the signal is better up ahead.
Guardian, your assistance would not be unwelcome. There are forces at play here I do not fully understand. The hive...
We need to move. All channels. Is anyone there? Eris, talk to us. Say something. Please. What is that? Something pulled us back in. It's keeping us from Eris. Look. Those are all eyes. There are too many of them.
Enough!
You're hurt.
It is nothing. But this is something. A tree of silver wings. It grew from the last place the traveler touched before it left this world. The darkness was drawn here, as the hive is drawn to the darkness. These eyes of mine, the things they have seen.
What was that?
Something that does not want us here.
Darkness.
No. But it is of the darkness. It has to be you this time.
I repeat, come in.
We hear you, Zavala.
Have you found her?
The seed breaks through the interference.
Eris.
Zavala.
Report back to me in the tower, both of you. Our transmissions may be compromised.
Let's not keep him waiting, Guardian.
What did you find?
It found me. The darkness reached out, but something interferes. Its messages to us are being defaced
Defaced.
by the witch sister of the taken King Oryx. Savathun.
Your obsession gives her power.
No. She feeds on denial, ignorance. The Guardian has discovered a means to circumvent her. A seed of silver wings.
Eris,
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach back.
I will not sanction this.
We are beyond sanctions. It is here. I will return to Io. If we cannot determine what the darkness seeks, we will find ourselves on the verge of a second collapse. Perhaps that is what Savathun wants.
Please, don't.
Let me go, Zavala.
Where were we?
According to spectral analysis, the pyramid, its propulsion, the energy it's manipulating on Io, I don't see a ship. I see a being. Paracausal in nature.
Like the Traveler.
All records of the Golden Age agree. On the first day, the sky filled with darkness. On the second, the Traveler fell.
Help Eris where you can, but be ready to deal with the enemy fleet when it arrives. We need you, Guardian.
Big Boss Blue said you were coming. Offered me some made-up job. Plugging the pyramid's leaks. Keeping the dark bottled up. Said it was compulsory. I don't mind a little charity, but you ask me, containment's just like holding your breath. Gotta let it out every now and then. Pyramids are making some moves. Moondust thinks we can use the darkness we catch to charge that seed. Might cut through all that pesky interference in the cradle. Might let her tell you what Savathun doesn't want you to know. Good thing, too, 'cause it is wacky out there. Look around. Cabal, Fallen, bunch of unsavory types, looking to stake their claim. Jokers can't even see we're boxed in. All bets on you to pull through. No pressure. Yeah, that took you a while. You getting old? Oh. I saw you snag that engram. You think no one was looking? You ready to get dark? Chuck it on the pyre, and let's see what old Drifter can cook up for you. Been kit-bashing gear since that jerk ghost pulled me out of my grave. Got a knack for it, I guess. I'll work you up something nice.
Frenzied creatures swarm the tree once more. Do not let them keep us from the message of the pyramids.
Cast off your worm, your tiny bulb of six, your tethered anchor that drags to the sky.
Worm? Speak for yourself.
Well done, Guardian. I will interpret the darkness's messages as best I can. Although this particular form of communication is logographic, composed of evocative glyphs. Metaphors, really. For example, this message. This word could mean protected, but it is loaded with subtext. There are connotations of blithe authoritarian forces, unshakable in their faith. The translation sheltered would not be sinister enough. Perhaps gelded. Clearly the darkness does not believe the Traveler to be as benevolent as we do. continue your efforts. We have much to learn. This is a simple message. Eggshell. The term carries all the impermanence and fragility you would expect. The darkness sees the Traveler as something keeping us isolated from the outside world. It is a barrier we are meant to outgrow and break through.
Whispered gifts are promised blades that twist. A liar's game.
This construction is white, not like the color, but the absence of color. An indistinct void, overexposed sameness of a thing long dead. The white of bleached bone. Of the Traveler. This word denotes the moment before a change, the cusp, the brink. But it is a repetition of something that has already happened. A mistake from which no knowledge was gained. The collapse. Perhaps. Troubling.
The soul's clutch holds you now, as it once did me.
Interesting. This phrasing is directed at an equal. The message here is gift. Something offered. In an outstretched hand.
Magnificent.
Commander, to what do we owe this pleasure?
I've been reading your reports. The Darkness's messages are...
Playful?
I was going to say obtuse.
Come. Have a look at the latest.
What is it?
A gift.
This is not what we agreed upon.
I don't remember agreeing to anything.
You're playing a dangerous game. Good thing you're a dangerous woman. The messages you've decrypted have proved invaluable. Now we know how our enemy thinks. Tell me, what if the pyramids intend to exploit our curiosity?
We wield their gift against them.
And if it proves unwieldy?
Then it will be surrendered to the Vanguard for containment.
And what of the Hive?
Savathun will not confront us directly. It is not her way.
She thinks too much of herself. And too little of others.
Thank you.
I look forward to your next report. The Drifters are... lacking.
This message means contrast in the naturalistic sense, but also implies a judgment. Humanity assigns moral meaning to change, interpreting it as for better or for worse. Do we think of winter as evil because summer flowers must wither and die? We do not. And the darkness asks us why.
The taken clean saves. Freedom for bondage.
This is a linguistic oddity. A back channel, a vocal nod, a yes. The darkness implores us to continue on our current path. Apparently it believes itself to be quite supportive. Curious. This word is bound to creation, but presented here as falsehood. Something like unborn. We say guardians are rebirthed by light, but I do sometimes wonder. The choice to live again was not our own.
Give and be given. Take and be taken.
This message translates to a state of decontamination, something like purity. Though this conjugation emphasizes loss, a purity through subtraction, willingly or otherwise. The darkness could be speaking to the taken memories of new guardians, or the boundaries we accept when we follow the light. The limitations forced upon us. In truth, it could refer to many things. This is a term for action born out of supreme conviction. Single-minded dedication, almost zealotry, driving extreme behavior. Great atrocities can be couched in valor, it suggests. Oh, wait. Not can be. Will be. Future tense. Interesting.
An agent of violence. What more must you cover?
This message isn't directed at us. One translation might be petulant. The equivalent of a condescending wave of its hand or a wagged finger, like a parent rebukes a stubborn child. I think this might be meant for Savathun. This is a biological term like camouflage, but this wording pertains to stalking predators. Specifically, a carnivore disguising itself to get close to its prey. The darkness could mean this as a warning. Or it could simply mean to sow dissension among us.
The sky is vast but shallow. The deep is boundless but suffocating. There is another way.
Nokris is but a grave-sown puppet. Believe nothing you hear in this place, Guardian. Fight well. This message denotes a continued, inevitable movement. Falling would be a suitable translation, though the outcome here is not necessarily negative. The die is cast. As the light from a distant star takes time to reach our eyes, an event we cannot yet perceive has already occurred.
You are a child reaching toward a flame. The Taken Queen would not have you burnt. Pledge your allegiance and be reborn.
Nokris. Oryx's foundling and exiled brother to Crota. He is now bound to Savathun as a catalyst for her interference. Silence it.
Light and dark are locked blades. A logic simple and narrow. A bridge with only one path. Our shackles are strong. We must be strong to break them. be taken, and see endless possibility awaiting. Life and death are liars' tools. Weave your own lie.
Nokris is an abomination. His name stricken from the world's grave. You've done well to purge his stain from this failing court.
Why would Savathun work with him?
Nokris is an exploited outcast, Little Light. A necromancer. Though I'm sure the Taken Queen saw value in his craft. Death rituals to buck the worm's game. I dare not wonder how she meant to wield that knowledge.
We shouldn't dwell on it, you know. He's not coming back from that.
Good riddance. Savathun's haze has diminished considerably, though not completely.
She's still out there, hiding.
And I hope she saw what became of her brood. Hold still. I will fetch you.
Don't you see? It is as we once said. In light, there is only weakness, only failure, only death. But where the light takes, the dark gives. No longer will you be a pawn. No longer will you watch the lives of those you care for be lost. Remember, in darkness there is only strength, only victory, only life. Ancient power awaits you on Europa.
This transmission can be translated as contact. Not physical, more ethereal. Influential. It is conjugated here as an action with a singular subject, but innumerable objects. Guardian, what if we are not the only ones to whom the darkness speaks?